So this is Bitcoin, a realistic analysis, simplified edition. We're 126K, we're saying to sell around these areas, and then we just fell. And then around here, I'm like, hey, we're gonna fall more. And then we fell. And then right here, we're about to fall. You know, obviously these are all probabilities that we're talking about here, but I want you to look at something that is very simple to understand, and you're gonna understand it. All right, check this out. Look. Well, remember I drew this like what? When we were like right here, and I'm like, this is what's gonna happen. Boop, boop, boop. This is what's gonna probably happen. Boop, boop, boop. God willing, you know what I'm saying? I don't tell the future. This is just probabilities. This is the weekly. You see this yellow line? This is the 21-week moving average. We rejected here at 98,000, and right here we're at 80K. Then we fell to what? 60K. Look at this, 80 to 60, that's 20 grand less, right? And then we went all the way up and rejected it again. We just tapped it and rejected. What price is that? 78K. Isn't that kind of weird? 98, 20,000 less is 78. We went down to 80, 20,000 less is 60. Isn't that kind of weird? But probably around 40K would be like that would be a crazy drop if we dropped to 40K and then go up to 58. Because look at this, 98, 78. 80, 60, but that's not the point. The point is, look, it's rejected off the 21-week MA. Boom, rejected, boom. Also here, if you go on the daily chart, you shall see that it rejected off the bear channel over and over and over again. Same here, over and over and over again until here it fell through. And so here, guess what? Probabilistically, it's probably gonna go and fall through and then go down right here. We do the same thing. Ooh, so while I was editing this video, hold on, let me pause y'all real quick. There is something particularly interesting, okay? That I do believe that the bottom is near. Is because we can't, if we just do this, we're gonna fall. Like if we come down and we do this, we're gonna fall. And then look how far away we are from here. Here, we weren't that far. We kind of just did a full drop and we made it. For us to drop, like we can't drop there. We would have to drop all the way here, which is like, I don't know, like it just kind of seems way too steep of a drop. And if we go to the sides, then for us to touch the white, that's down to 30s and stuff. So what could happen is that we kind of stay around here, and then maybe we start to make the lower lows situate. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Let me go back to the video. Anyways, it's not that hard and it's not that easy. It's just really not that hard and it's not that easy. You know what I mean? The pink is a bear flag. Means that the pole, the bear, which is the flag, and then another pole. You know, if you looked at flags, apparently flags look like this. This is a bull flag. So there's a pole, there's the flag, and then apparently a flag has another pole on top of it. So, this time we're doing this. Pole, up, higher highs, and then lower. That's what we're doing. Look, pole, higher, down, higher, down. What about here? What about here? Here we came down, but we went up. Well, I guarantee you, we didn't make higher highs. We actually made lower lows. Look at this. Here we're going higher, like higher, down, higher, probabilistically down, right? But what about here? We were actually going lower. We kind of went lower. Look, lower, okay? And then we went back, type. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what about here? Flag, boom, lower, and then bam, type. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy, but it's not hard. Look, check this out. Same with this one. Lower, here's the pole, and then we went back up. But if it was like this and we went higher, then we would have fell in, you know what I'm saying? Same with this one right here. Look, check it out. We went down and then boom, higher, and then down lower, and then higher, down lower. Actually, this one you could kind of say was kind of flat, but still went lower. Type, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sorry, man. Hate me if you want to hate me. But I did say to sell around here, and we are most definitely now here. So, coming down lower is not a bad situation. Maybe if you're still holding, it's a bad situation, but we shall see. I mean, the week closes today. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, see you in the next video. Bye.